creators of Relevant Magazine, this is the Relevant Podcast.
And you say, let me help you wake you up. Let me help you wake you up. Let me help you open up. I'm in love, I'm good.
It's Friday, February 1st, 2019, and it's the Relevant Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and here with me in our Orlando studio on the ones and twos, our illustrious engineer, my brother, Chandler Strang.
Hello.
On the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
From Nashville, Tennessee, our senior editor, Tyler Huckabee.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, look at that. And threw a title in there.
Yeah, you did.
That's pretty good. It's I think I'll take it.
It's non-ironic, though. It's really what he is. Everyone else gets an
it's
ironic
like a very
one.
straightforward. Yeah, it's a very straightforward
Mine's
intro.
not ironic.
I'm not picky. I don't care.
Calling in from a basement in suburban Atlanta, author, speaker, podcaster, and cowgirl extraordinaire, Annie F. Downs.
Good morning, gents. Hey, listen, I spoke at a conference last night, and one of the people that I met afterwards gave me a mug that said author, speaker, podcaster, cowgirl extraordinaire.
Wow.
She made it. It's very beautiful.
You made it. That's not like official Relevant swag. This is
she made
knockoff.
it. She handmade it.
Did you tell her that we need her name and number to pass on to our lawyers so that we can know where to send a cease and
Talk to the
desist?
legal team about this.
Some infringement going on there. Did she do it with the puff paint, or did
No,
she
she did
get
it with some sort of stickers that aren't raised off the mug. It doesn't feel bumpy, but it's hand stickers put on there.
I know what you're talking about. The only trick is those you can't get that hot in any way. No hot beverages. Don't get the ceramic hot. The stickers will be ruined. Stickers will be ruined. They're gonna come right decorative. Off. That mug is one that you put on the desk and put old pins in.
Pins.
I'm afraid
it's my
so.
new pin mug at my desk. I'll take it with me back to Nashville
not
today.
meant for coffee, tea, or hot beverages.
That's right. Okay, noted. Thank you.
We have a great show in store for you today. Coming up later, Jon Foreman from Switchfoot joins us. They have a new project that just came out, and we talked to him about that, and we're excited.
Yeah, really.
John has been a friend.
He's got that big billboard. Have you seen that, Annie? Driving there when you get on the interstate, going out east, kind of right by the stadium. Yeah, it's a giant Switchfoot. They're up in lights. They've made it. They've really, I think Switchfoot's gonna. They're off the ground.
20 years in, they finally got that
Nashville
billboard.
finally sees them.
They had to spin that propeller a few times to get the plane going, but now that I don't think he's stopping them now.
They're playing the Ryman next month, Huck. Are you going to go?
Ooh,
I'm going to go.
No, I mean, nobody's invited me.
Wait.
I don't think so.
I
don't think so.
Annie, it seems like if any major Christian artist plays the Ryman, you're there.
For starters, pump the brakes on all these labels.
Amy
if anybody is playing the Ryman that I like, I am there.
All right.
It's my very favorite venue. Have you been to a show there? Surely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just love it.
Is it haunted?
100%.
I'm very sensitive to the paranormal, and I will not be attending a concert there. Switchfoot or no Switchfoot.
It is so haunted now, and when I die, it will be +1 haunted, because that is exactly where I'm going to stay.
I have a question about the Switchfoot billboard. What
awesome.
Is it the band, or is it just Jon Foreman?
It's actually just the album cover, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I do wish that it was the band and or Jon Foreman, but it's Native Tongue, right? It's just the album cover.
There is one rotating one right there that is all album covers usually.
Yeah, I wish it was just Jon Foreman, and this band caused a lot of tension in the band. Something, really, something that a future Switchfoot documentary would get into, The rock doc, the Switch, daring to breathe, the rock doc. I'd watch it about the tensions about this billboard.
How often have you guys been driving down? You're driving down the interstate, and there's a billboard, which still feels like a pretty antiquated form of getting the word out there. This is definitely from a different era. This is pre-internet, the pre-digital era, and you're looking at the billboard. You're in traffic. You're driving. It's a dangerous situation. You're driving, and you're like, I don't understand. I'm looking at this billboard and I can't tell what it's trying to sell me. If this is a cause, if this is an item, like a product or a website that I need to go to. I feel like more than any other medium of advertisement, billboards leave me just more stressed, because now I'm going to get in a car wreck and I don't know what I'm supposed to be sold on here.
Are you talking about the ones that have way too many words and they're too small and you can't make it out by the time you're flown by?
It's like they'll give you a whole Bible verse. The Christian ones are the worst, because they just get the whole entire, both testaments are there on the board. They're trying to give you an awful lot of theological and biblical history in one billboard.
I will say this, the type of churches that typically put up billboards, they don't typically have pastors that are known for brevity. If you attend a church that is investing in billboards, the sermon's like 2.5 hours easy every Sunday. There's a lot of sweat, there's a lot of screaming, and they don't really condense it. There just be no more, like if it's tweet size, it's too big. I mean, you got to have a couple phrases. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
I've got a second. I'm glancing up from the road while I'm driving. My eyes are
that's why it's always weird where they put phone numbers on there because you're like, how in the world am I supposed to remember that phone number?
I was in LA this week. They know how to do billboards in LA because it's going to be almost all of them are movie or show or album premieres, right? That's it. So it's like this epic looking photo from the marketing of the show, name of show, date, and then maybe like the logo of the channel. That's it.
All I need. Yeah.
All I need. Boom. And it looks beautiful.
I'll Google it if I care. I don't need the website.
Do we have a relevant podcast billboard in Orlando? I feel like we should.
I bought a bunch of remnant ones from a network of rural billboards, like the ones where they do all the abortion ones on the interstate going and like in the panhandle of Florida. Yeah, if any of those fall out, we swoop in.
Okay.
I gave them a bit of
billboards.
Is it just a picture of you, Cameron, instead of all of us? Is this going to be the documentary?
Just the album cover. I don't want to cause tension in the band,
Okay.
No, I've purchased a few in rural Alabama off the grid, and they're just giant pictures of Jon Foreman, and it's me trying to create some drama in the band Switchfoot. It's just Jon Foreman, and he's saying, "Who needs those other guys?" And then you zoom on by. I'm just hoping they pass it on their tour bus, and it gets back to them, and they're like, "John, why did you put it up?" He's like, "I didn't put that up." And they're like, "Well, who else would put that up?" Little do they know, I've masterminded this drama behind the scenes.
They're like, it wouldn't be Jesse Carey from Relevant. He wouldn't do that.
Well, like Annie's fans, we'll just make our own Switchfoot merch, and we can just, sow division that way.
That's right.
Just shirts with just John's head on them, and we go front row at the Ryman. Boom. We're just.
Don't put it past
you can probably even write like Switchfoot official merchandise right there on the T-shirt. I bought this at a Switchfoot concert. You can say whatever you want to. There's no law against it.
Yeah. We can buy our own puffy paint and do whatever we want.
I will say this. Don't get it hot. It will become a gooey mess. That is a pan mug only.
None of y'all even have sisters, right? But you know what puffy paint is.
2 sisters.
Right? Oh, yeah, you do have sisters.
Okay. I have babysitters. They would bring puffy paint over.
It's the same thing.
That's
it's
true.
Like having sisters.
I would wear a homemade Switchfoot sweatshirt. This is in high school, made of puff paint that said Jon Foreman is the best. He's better than those other guys. And I would just wear it around and hopefully run into them one day. Made in puff paint.
Y'all are making me long for the days of making my own puff paint shirts. I may have to check into Michael's and see if there's still puff paint available. That stuff was so great.
Are there any bands you guys would know? Like if you were to block out the lead singer's face, so you just saw the auxiliary band members. Yeah. Auxiliary is probably a mean way to say it. I'll say unnecessary band members.
Well, I'm not going to say unneeded, but look, anybody can play the bass.
I mean come on. You got to go with your classics. U2, obviously.
I know U2 because I know the Edge.
I mean, that's a given. The Rolling Stones.
I know Keith Richards and the Rolling Stones.
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the iconic ones.
But after that,
I Kiss. I mean, you could identify them pretty easily.
Do they have the makeup on or not? Because then I don't know.
If they don't, I don't know nothing.
Without the makeup.
Yeah, same.
Because they all look like high school janitors without the makeup. Just I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying.
If somebody came in and told me like, "Hey, I play guitar in Imagine Dragons," I'd be like, "That could be."
You probably do.
No way of disproving.
Who's to say?
Yeah, Imagine Dragons. That's a great example of one I would not know.
I wouldn't know the lead singer of Imagine Dragons necessarily off the dome, but I definitely would not know anybody else in the band.
Yeah.
Hey, big news, guys. So this is the Friday podcast, February 1st. Big deal.
That was your announcement?
No, because next week, we've been alluding to this for a little while, but next week, starting with Tuesday, we're going live and we are doing the podcast on video once a week. So everybody, what the plan is going to be is that on Tuesday, the Tuesday episode of the Relevant Podcast will be live, recorded live and live streamed on Tuesday mornings. And then obviously the audio version will go up like normal on Tuesday afternoons. But we're going to be evolving the format a little bit and doing more interactive things. So, if you're at work and you're a little bored, you can join us on the podcast from time to time. We will be doing things with the audience live. We'll send out all the information. Follow us on Twitter at Relevant Podcast for all the links and for all the latest info. But we're
especially if you're a pilot who has actually flown to Australia.
Yes.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah,
I got
right.
some conspiracy theories to debunk.
Yeah.
So we're going live, and then the Friday show will be like normal. It'll just be audio only. But every Tuesday we're going to be going live with you guys. And then the other thing that's going to be happening, you might have seen one or two on the internet, but since we're going to be recording the recordings, video highlights of the episodes will be around on social media and stuff, and on the Relevant YouTube channel. So if you don't want to sit there and watch the full hour plus recording, you can watch little 2-3 minute chunks that our team has pulled out. So
I have a question about this.
Yes.
Then. Does that mean in the event that we can, because we talk about theater of the mind on here a lot,
right?
Which I think we've gotten pretty good at handling. But can we now move to like some more visual slices? Like if we have a funny video clip, or
here's my thing. You got to think about who's receiving, who's on the other end here, right? So if you're going like,
they're not going to be like salacious.
Tens of thousands of people are listening only, and then like a few thousand people are watching.
We got to play for the majority. We got to think about the masses.
That's what I'm thinking.
I know you're announcing, but most listeners already know, because I have put up a rogue billboard that I did not pay for outside of an abandoned Big Lots in Huntsville, Alabama. It's been up there for about 3 weeks. It's a large picture of me, and it says "Coming at you live!" ! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! No call to action. Just kind of chumming the water.
No
a little.
other words. So no one. So if they don't recognize you immediately, which they probably do, for the handful of people that don't in Huntsville.
Right.
Because you were at Space Camp, you did.
It's a buzz campaign. It's a buzz campaign. Okay. Just getting the people talking. Who's this guy?
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
Who's this handsome devil coming to us live? Who is this? I can't wait to find out.
I'm a 9. I don't like to push back. I do what I'm told. But if I could push back just a little bit, couldn't we incentivize the video format? If we say, I found this incredible video, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's bears jumping. A bear made friends with a pig, and the pig is riding him. He's riding him around like a
I love that idea. That's so
like
sweet.
A little friend.
And
the bear is sitting on his butt, sitting on his hind legs, on his back, and there's even like and the bear seems like he's having a good time. It's not like a servitude thing.
I mean, you had the hold on, time out real quick, Tyler. You had the chance to describe any cool video, and you picked one that's incredibly lame.
I'm thinking of the masses. I'm thinking that we got to ease into this, Jesse. We got to ease into
attack
this
video. Yeah, no one wants to see this video. I mean,
100%
they can teach a bear to ride a unicycle and a bicycle in the circus.
But can they teach a pig to ride a bear? That is a whole different level, Jesse. Everybody, one animal with the machine is easy. 2 animals, impossible.
Thank you, Annie. Annie's always got my.
Here's what I'm thinking, Tyler. Maybe we do this. Maybe we do like our normal like slices, right? And then you bring a bonus video slice, video only, just for the live stream. But when the audio show comes out, we would chop that one out. We would chop that one out, so they'd have a normal show.
Just a long censored
one long beat.
No. We can edit still, so we can like chop
we're
it,
negging them into it.
Yeah, but but like, hey, if you want to see that thing that we took out,
and here's the thing, and it's not going to be lame examples, because Annie, I disagree. We've all seen the video of that monkey riding the dog dressed up like a cowboy. It's not that special.
You're right.
We don't need.
You're right.
And
That's a good one too.
A predator.
A pig does not sit upright like a monkey does. That's the thing.
Yeah.
A pig does not sit
ride
upright.
bicycles.
A miracle of interspecies friendship.
And monkeys aren't fair because they evolved. It's all about evolution. Monkeys aren't fair. You can't use
this podcast you guys are describing.
tiny
sounds
hairy
terrible.
humans. You can't do that. You've got to
bear
pick
should
an animal
be
like
eating
a pig.
the pig. Instead, he is serving him he is putting his own needs aside and is serving as a method of transport.
And the other thing, Jesse, this is in the wild. This isn't like at a circus. This is out in the wild. It's like the video is just of a field. It's a field. It's a field. And through the field runs a bear with a pig on it.
Well, I don't know about a field. Andy's kind of taking this to us.
Now you're just getting absurd.
I didn't see.
Now you're just getting absurd. You're saying someone's randomly filming a field.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can't promise the field part of the situation, but
Someone just is randomly
will be.
So Annie, in this scenario, there's just somebody out randomly fielding a field. Like, hey, here's my
it's
field. I just want to
2019.
show all my
Everyone's
followers.
a videographer. Yep.
I just want to film my field, show all my
Yep.
followers. Hey, what's that? Oh, look, it's a bear running with a pig across its back.
Oh, it's a bear. Oh my gosh, is that a pig on its back?
And they're like, oh, that's not cool. I've seen them ride bikes at the circus, so that's not that cool.
Are we talking like a wild boar? Because I could see that. Like they were in a battle and it jumped on and its
like
tusk
Wilbur.
got like bored into his back. And then the bear ran and he's actually on it. And it's a horrible, gruesome scene that you're seeing.
You're a monster. You're a literal monster.
Are you talking
this
like
is
Porky
kind
Pig?
and Funny.
Wearing-
Yeah. Porky the Pig.
All right.
No costumes, no nothing, because these are just two real life friends out in the wild.
Do you guys realize you're de-incentivizing people?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
from watching our video
This is why we've never done video. And this is
So when I win the contest to visit the Peep Factory, as my
not
slice
this
talked
year.
about a few weeks ago, where we get to visit the Peep Factory, I can video slice that at some point and show it. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I had two different people last night at this event I spoke at tell me how much they enjoyed the idea of visiting a Peep Factory and how you guys had all left me hanging out to dry on that one. So the crowds loved it.
Annie, the only time I visit rural Pennsylvania, especially the industrial parks of rural Pennsylvania, that's to scope some foreclosed billboards that I'm interested in causing drama in bands that I don't really even know that well. That's the only time I go there.
One of the best things about me is y'all are going to roast me to death about this. And then when I win, I'm still going to invite you because I still want it to be y'all who goes.
Annie, listen, I will go and just to check out the delinquent billboard scene. Okay. That's the only reason I'll come.
Did you guys hear about this? It's candy. You're talking about candy and Peeps. It's Valentine's season and the iconic sweethearts with the words on them. Did you hear about this? Like they're not.
We wrote about it on the site.
Yeah, they're not making them anymore. I mean, like there's a gap because there's a company in New England who made them. You know, the chalky kind of famous ones. It was the oldest candy company in America, and last year it went out of business. And then another company bought the license for Sweethearts, but the transaction took longer than they thought, and they didn't have enough time to ramp up production for Valentine's. And so right now there's like old ones from last year available on eBay, but that's pretty much it. Like you can't get them this year. Next year they'll probably be in more supply. But
the big thing that a lot of people are forgetting about those candies is they're totally
those candies.
Them? Yeah, they're totally disgusting. They taste like slightly minty chalk. They're
so
just
gross.
bad. And like they're not even clever. Love you, hot stuff, like
into you, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's really missing those hard candies.
0%. No one's missing them. No, they're awful. That's a gift. That if they will close down and never come back, I'll be thrilled.
I'm going to find it's like
that was a family. I mean, those are lives being affected by losing their jobs. You're so heartless.
It's just like 80-year-old matriarch.
We're all heartless this Valentine's, Cameron. Nobody gets up.
Annie from the chamber.
I'm going to visit that old matriarch of the sweetheart candy empire. 80 years old, sitting on her porch, just weeping with her last box of sweethearts. I'm going to knock them out of her hand and say, "No one likes those anyway, Grandma. Get over it. The people have spoken." We just need to move on.
That was personal. Cameron, you don't have anything to say to that? That's very personal compared to me just being glad that the candies don't exist anymore.
I'm just thinking about the poor families in New England that don't have jobs anymore, and you're just rejoicing in their sorrow. I mean,
I am.
Wow.
I was reading, I wrote about this for the site because this is obviously right there, dead center intersection.
Right. Faith and culture.
It's tailor made for us. And I read how many. First of all, they only sell these things in the 6 weeks leading up to Valentine's Day, right? So you can't get them any other time of the year. Anybody want to guess how many individual little sweethearts we eat?
Gosh.
Okay, so you're thinking
just the 6 weeks, mid-Jan to mid-Feb.
I mean, you got one bag would have, 500 in them, and you got to think at your grocery store they would have 100 bags. And how many grocery stores in the country are there? I mean, this thing, we're getting to a
He's
massive
doing
number.
too much math. That's not fun.
Yeah,
a billion. A billion.
That'd be a lot. $1 billion would be a lot.
Okay.
The actual answer is 8 billion.
Oh
Whoa.
my gosh.
Wow.
8 billion in 6 weeks.
And they couldn't stay
So-
in business?
For a candy that sucks. That's a pretty good.
Okay, but it's not like they're making $1. They're not making $1 per heart. They're making nothing. They're making a cent, maybe half a cent, a quarter.
Let me
of a
give you an
cent.
interesting fact. That candy, if you stacked up one on top of the other, it would reach the moon and back, and it still sucks.
You'd have the tallest, ugliest, worst tasting stack of candy.
Yeah.
Fun fact: it could wrap around the Earth twice and still suck.
All right, moving the show along. It is time for our look back at what happened this week in culture and entertainment. It's time for
In case you missed it.
Hey, in case you missed it, Black Panther is returning to theaters for Black History Month. Yeah. And tickets are free. Walt Disney CEO Bob Iger announced that participating AMC locations would show the movie from February 1st through 7th for free as a celebration of Black History Month. Disney's also donating $1.5 million to the UNCF, an organization that gives scholarships to Black students and provides funding at 37 historically Black colleges and universities. The Marvel hit has been nominated for Best Picture, so it's going to be a big month.
I will go see it.
I think it's honestly got a good shot to win. I feel like it's a 2-horse race with it and Roma at this point.
Yeah.
Like none of the other movies seem like they have a legitimate shot. And it would not shock me at all if Black Panther won Best Picture
I think it'll probably be Roma. If I was going to put money on it today, I think it'll probably be Roma. But I know there's kind of a famous Academy bias against Netflix movies, which Roma is.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of a bias against superhero movies, so there's not a clear favorite. But I think
Does
Black
it
Panther
help or
stands
hurt
up.
that it just won at the SAG Awards?
I
I
think
think it helps big time.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
keeps.
I loved Emily Blunt winning too. I thought that was really fun.
To me, award season is an echo chamber. I mean, it's just like you kind of look at who wins those early ones and go, okay, well then that's going to be. And I think it just like becomes a snowball effect. So like you win, Golden Globe and SAG and LA Critics and that kind of stuff, and then it's like that tells me who I should vote for as an Oscar voter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Golden Globe won, Green Book won, I think, and
But the backlash to that was so swift.
I don't think there's a chance. I think that's kind of. I mean, it's got nominated, but I don't think that has any legitimate chance because there's been so many people that have raised problematic issues with. One of the Farrelly brothers who, was accused of like misconduct on the sets of movies in the past. And also, the main character's family disputing, how factual it was and saying it was actually hurtful. So I think Green Book is probably out, but I do think, Black Panther has a legitimate shot, especially this year because of sort of some of the underlying messages of the movie.
Annie, what was your favorite movie of 2018?
Was Black Panther 2018? Yes.
Yeah.
So it would be Black Panther. I mean, you can ask Huck. It got me into like a real superhero thing. I absolutely loved it.
We had a long conversation about it. Yeah. It's a great movie.
It's a great. So that was probably the one that I think I would want to see 10 more times, and I would pay to see in a theater or go for free for the first week of February.
Of the 5 or 6 that have been nominated, have you seen all of them or?
No, I actually don't know what else is nominated. I haven't looked at the list. There's a theater in Nashville, the Belcourt, that will run all the shorts. And I think they run some of the other ones too that I like to go see with a friend of mine in Nashville. And so I'll go see some of the shorts before, but I need to look up the list. I don't know.
This is a weird year. Like this is a
weird year.
There's a lot of theaters that would do that, like do a marathon of all the Best Picture winners.
Yeah.
But this is one where I'm like, dude, I would not want to. That is not how I'd want to spend my day. Because it just doesn't seem like, like. I wouldn't mind. I haven't seen Vice yet, but from what I understand, it's pretty polarizing with critics.
I saw it 2-3 days ago.
What
Did
did
you
you
like
think,
it?
Cameron? I have kind of some hot takes about it.
Literally, the text that I sent a friend as I was leaving was Vice was meh. It was meh.
I think that's a great review of it.
Man.
That would be my review too.
Hey, in case you missed it this week, the most genuinely touching story of the week is Patton Oswalt, of all people, ended up paying an online troll's medical bills. So the comedian's known for posting some politically charged jokes on Twitter for his 4.5 million followers. Well, a 64-year-old named Michael Beatty began lobbing insults at Patton after some particularly harsh criticism of President Trump. Patton fired back some insults of his own and then started actually looking through Beatty's timeline. It turned out that a lot of the man's tweets were about some serious medical issues he was going through. He had recently fallen into a coma from complications with diabetes and sepsis. Patton tweeted, "Oh man, this dude just attacked me on Twitter," and I joked back, and then I look at his timeline and he's in a lot of trouble health-wise. Patton shared a GoFundMe link that Michael had previously set up with the goal of raising $5,000 to pay for his medical bills. At the time, he had raised just $600. So Patton kicked in $2,000 and asked his followers to help as well. As of January 29th, more than $46,000 has been raised for Beatty. An emotional Beatty told the Washington Post, "I would never have imagined this based on what I tweeted to him. If anything, I expected a scathing retort or to just be ignored, but that's not what happened." He tweeted, "I want to thank everyone who came to my aid with generous outpourings, and also to Patton Oswalt, without whom I would not be the recipient of so much love and support. I'm not a man who ever cries, but I had to wait to send this." Very tough.
Yeah, I thought his response was really fascinating to read his tweets back. Just to read through it, I went through and read through that guy's timeline.
Yeah.
And to read like how like poisonous his tweets are up until when he starts being kind and when Patton Oswalt starts being kind to him. It's just fascinating to see how little it takes to, when someone feels like they're seen, they will change how they behave. And it was fascinating to read the switch in his socials, I thought.
Yeah, for sure. I looked at it again recently and the guy hasn't changed his political views, but that wasn't the point. It was to say, hey, man, at the end of the day, we all probably have a lot more in common than we have different, no matter what sort of political ideology you personally, subscribe to. And to see that common humanity and just compassion for another human being be able to transcend all that political vitriol was really refreshing. And it was just, it was a genuinely moving story. I mean, good for Patton Oswalt and good for that guy.
People online forget that there's real humans on the other side of, the insults and stuff. So
I think that all the time. Cool. I think we have forgotten that those are people, that they aren't, and that no matter how famous you get, you can still see the internet, so there may be 1,000 people who say unkind things to you but you can see them, they don't go away. And so it's not like they're invisible to it. I just hate it. I hate when people are cruel to other people online thinking, oh, they don't see it. They don't know. And they do.
They do see it. I was in LA doing some interviews for Unedited this weekend. And I was talking, for some reason, when you're talking with famous people or people with a platform, I end up always asking, how do you deal with criticism? You're out there and, and Chad Veach told me that, one of his mentors told him, you'll post something or you'll post or put out a new book or something like that. And it's you look at the Amazon reviews of your book and it could be 5 stars all the way down and everybody loved it. They're impacted by it, blah, blah, blah. And then there's this one person who says kind of shallow, me, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it that's the only thing you'll remember. And it destroys your confidence, even if it's only 1 out of 100, and it's it's a real thing that people.
This week, I haven't even told y'all this yet, but this week someone sent me a direct message on Instagram thinking they were sending it to someone else and it was about me. And it was pretty unkind.
Can I just say, Annie, I am sorry. I did not realize that.
Jesse, I know it was you. I didn't want to have to call you out in front of everyone.
I told Jesse, I don't want to have this conversation. I told him, how many times did I tell you, Jesse? This is Annie's my friend. Talk to her.
I don't care
face
that she liked Vice and it's terrible. She's my friend.
That's right.
Is it because you were tagged in the comment that they were sending?
No, they were sending my Insta story to someone else and were saying unkind things about me in the Insta story. And they accidentally responded to me instead of sending it to someone else.
What did they? Is this someone you knew personally?
No.
Did you reply?
Just a fan.
No, I just deleted it. because they realized they had done it. So they did it. And they say all these like pretty mean things and about me and my friends. And so, I mean, it was, hey, look at her. And they clearly were talking to someone else going like, I'm going to make fun of Annie F. Downs and I'm going to tell my friend. And then they realized it and said, ha ha ha, guess, something like, just woke up. Can't believe that, I sent this to you. Have a great day.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I'm not even responding to you because the fun thing is, this is mean. The fun thing is they get to sit there and wonder what I think because I didn't respond. And I'd rather them sit there and wonder for the next 60 years of their life than for me to respond to them.
Yeah, that I was talking to Carl Lentz, and it's the Instagram commenters that he like when he's saying like one of them like started talking about his kid or something like that, and he just went after the guy in the comments and stuff like that. He went full Carl Lentz, But it's like that justice thing. It's kind of like, okay, if you're gonna talk about me, that's one thing. I can ignore you, but if you're gonna like go after my friends or my family or whatever, like I'm gonna say I'm gonna rip your head off, Well,
kids are out of line. Families just way out of line.
Well, I kind of think talking about anyone is a little bit out of line because I don't have any kids, but it was sure terrible to see someone saying really cruel things about me. But if they'd have been talking about one of my books, like, okay, like you don't have to like my work, but you probably don't get to have opinions or share opinions about my life and my self and my decisions and my body and my life. Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Wow. It's like if you like in real life, like if they had seen you at church and she leaned over to her friend and said the exact thing that she messaged, right? She wouldn't do that. You wouldn't verbalize those things.
She wouldn't say it if I was standing in the circle with them. And that's what she accidentally did. Is she had the whole conversation with me right in the middle of it.
No, I know, but I'm saying like even if you walked by them and she kind of leaned over to her friend and said some mean thing or whatever, the fact that you're saying it, even if privately, you wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go that far.
But it has a lot more to do with her than it has to do with me because I love my life. And so I just went like, man, I don't know what your story's like, but you clearly have stuff going on that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm just sorry that you did something like that makes you feel more dumb than anything. But
okay, on a happier note, in case you missed it, Lauren Daigle's "You Say," the song "You Say," has matched an all-time record on the Billboard charts. All time. So for a record-tying 26th week in a row, half a year, Lauren Daigle's "You Say" sits at the top of the Billboard Hot Christian Songs chart. That matches Carrie Underwood's 2014 hit "Something in the Water" for the longest chart-topping reign by a solo female artist in the history of Billboard's Christian chart. It's not the only number one spot occupied by the song. "You Say" has actually been at the top of the Christian digital song sales chart for 24 weeks in a row and the top of the Christian streaming chart for 22 in a row. Lauren and Carrie Underwood now rank in the top 3 for best performing Christian songs by any artist to date. "You Say" and "Something in the Water" sit behind Hillsong's "Oceans" and Hillsong Worship's "What a Beautiful Name" as the longest running number one Christian songs in the history of Billboard. "Oceans" sat there for 61 weeks.
My
over
God.
a year. So Lauren's got a little ways to go. But "You Say" is seeing some mainstream success as well. The song debuted at number 40 on the Pop Songs Airplay chart, number 8 on the Adult Pop, and number 19 on Adult Contemporary. We don't want to take full credit,
Come on, Lauren.
but she was on the cover of Relevant, and then all this happened.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Didn't hurt her. And also Chandler inspired "You Say."
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think it was a big part
that
of
was
that.
look up child.
Yeah.
He inspired us.
One inspiration leads to another inspiration. You can't map out the
We all know
process.
correlation isn't necessarily causality, but
Causation.
yeah, this did not happen before she was on the cover of Relevant. So, I mean, I'll let listeners
Just do
the
the
math.
math, everybody.
Here.
You do the math.
guys do the math. Yeah.
In case you missed it this week, did you see big week in the Relevant getting tagged on Twitter world?
This was so cool.
Did you? Well, first of all, did you see the Bachelor Ben Higgins gave a little hat tip, little shout?
LP,
Of course I did. I
from Run
followed
the
him.
Jewels. LP from Run the
LP
Jewels
retweeted us.
retweeted one of our stories.
We got the LP.
Relevant
the LP
getting
bump.
retweeted by Ben Higgins of The Bachelor, LP from Run the Jewels, and New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She, this week on Twitter, used the Bible to explain why we must protect the planet. and she used a relevant article to help her out in making the point. After the White House said that the freshman Congresswoman should leave climate change in the, quote, hands of a much, much higher authority, AOC tweeted the Bible's call to care for the earth, citing a relevant article titled Stopping Climate Change is a Part of Following Jesus by Young Evangelicals for Climate Action spokesperson Kyle Maynard-Schaap. She tweeted, Genesis 1, God looked on the world and called it good not once, not twice, but 7 times. Genesis 2, God commands all people to serve and protect creation. Leviticus, God mandates that not only the people, but the land that sustains them shall be respected. She added, you shouldn't need a Bible to tell you to protect our planet, but it does anyway. Hat tip to Relevant Mag for source excerpts. There you go. And
Big week, you guys.
I retweeted that. Then The Bachelor retweeted that. I'm just saying, it's a big week.
Yeah.
Run the jewels.
Legislative process. Washington, D.C. We're the highest, I mean, freshman congressperson, but the highest levels of government. Yeah. From D.C. to L.A.
We are everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't shut us out.
To a rogue billboard on the side of a dilapidated truck stop just outside of Montgomery. We are everywhere.
You know what I did appreciate about Ocasio-Cortez's tweet is that sometimes you see, you can just wield the Bible kind of like well, this Bible verse says that. You just get into like these Bible verse battles where you're going back and forth with your references.
Yeah, you can make it
it's like a
anything.
snowball fight. Whoever runs out of Bible verses first loses. But she went to the article. She clearly read it. Like she pulled out the fine points of it. And would it have been nice if she'd retweeted the article so we could have got some clicks? I'm not complaining. I'm not she's not my, I don't live in New York. She's not my congressperson. It's fine. I don't care. I'm not involved. But I do appreciate that she actually interpreted the Bible, not just started throwing some Bible references around to back up her point. I think it's a good practice. It's a good thing to do in a debate.
And lastly, in case you missed it, it came out this week that NBC is making a sitcom about a church choir. The show is going to be called All Together Now. It's going to star Bradley Whitford, known for his roles in The West Wing, The Post, and Get Out. And according to Deadline, the comedy is about a rural church choir that gets the director it never thought it needed when a salty Ivy League music professor tumbles through their door. Presumably, laugh track hilarity ensues. So there you go.
There's not enough church comedies. There's not enough. Yeah, what's it? That's a good premise.
I think church comedies. I think there's material there. Everybody goes to lots of people go to church.
In the 80s, 90s, there was that show is a spinoff of 227. I think it was called A Man with Sherman Hemsley. He was like a deacon.
None of the words you just said I recognized.
Come on.
Deacon who? No.
What
Sherman
channel?
Hemsley, George Jefferson.
Okay.
He played a deacon. And you don't remember that show?
No.
I was a little very young.
Oh, yeah. It's still on Nick at Night from time to time. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember we talked about a while. Nick Thune, the comedian, was attempting to develop a show for NBC that
he was a youth pastor.
Yeah,
right?
where he was the cool youth pastor trying to fit in a conservative. As far as I know, it's still sort of in development, which typically isn't a good sign. But it does seem like that. He was basically saying there's been a lot of workplace comedies, but never workplace comedy where the workplace happens to be a church, because at that point the stakes are much higher than it being a paper company or basement bar in Boston or a Parks and Recreation department. It adds a heightened level of potential tension that can be used for comedy if it's in a place of worship. Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll do it for In Case You Missed It. Stay tuned. Up next, Jon Foreman, not the rest of the band, joins us. You're listening to Karen O and Danger Mouse. The song is Woman. At the beginning of the podcast, you heard a woman, Maggie Rogers, with Burning. Switchfoot recently released their brand new album, Native Tongue, and on Valentine's Day, we'll kick off a massive world tour with Colony House. We talk with frontman Jon Foreman about how personal trials shape the new album and ask him to give us a behind-the-scenes look at some of the album's breakout tracks. Here is part of our conversation with Jon Foreman.
I want to start with Let It Happens, the opener. That seems to really ask some big questions about purpose and meaning and sort of a why of things happen. And, it seems to kind of find peace in sort of this, not randomness of life, but the unknown of life. Where did that song come from? Because there seems to be a degree of kind of uncertainty hinged in the song.
Yeah, maybe when I sing it this spring tour, I'm going to be thinking of Jerome. And that songs change and every song finds its meaning in whatever phase of life you're going through. But when I wrote the song, this postmodern, maybe it's more of a modern notion of control is something that we all seemingly want. We want control. We want to be able to dictate where our life is going. And yet, I think most of that is an illusion. I don't know how much control we really have, certainly of our own death or birth and a lot of the things in between. And there is a surrender in acknowledging my own limitations and coming face to face with the infinite, that is a truly healthy surrender, not simply apathy, but actually acknowledging my own limitations, acknowledging my desires, and then embracing the unknown, embracing the uncertainty. And that's kind of what the song is an attempt to do. And we felt like it'd be helpful to start the record with that. I feel like that kind of acknowledgement and surrender is a good place to start any conversation.
I want to chat a little bit about the title track and the single, Native Tongue. The first time I heard it, and thinking about the lyrics, it's a really interesting juxtaposition because you have the song that's sort of about this universal power of love, but the sound sonically is like aggressive and anthemic. How come? Tell me a little bit about creatively that juxtaposition in theme and sound in Native Tongue.
Yeah, so this one is a kind of contemplating the concept that we, as a species, in this particular point in time, seemingly only have two ways to communicate with each other, in fear or hatred, both very divisive and confrontational. And I think we can see it most poignantly on Facebook or Twitter. It feels like it's left or right, black or white, blue or red. And yet these forms of communications drive us apart. And I was just thinking the name of God as self-described, God is love. And if we're made in his image, if he is the word that spoke all of this into existence, then we, by acting out that image within us, are doing a really poor job of speaking that into being in our own lives. Our native tongue is not hatred or fear. Our native tongue is love. And maybe this realization kind of came to me looking at my infant son and thinking through the fact that all of us began our lives in this helpless state. And somebody, as imperfect as our parents or foster parents or step parents might have been, they were the ones who fed us in the middle of the night, got up with us and held us and brought us to where we are here. And that image however marred, is still alive in each of us, and that is our native tongue underneath it all. And so as to the juxtaposition of the lyric and the music, I think that the chorus kind of defines the struggle, and I think the music is kind of resonating more with the struggle than it is with the kind of the resolution, right? So my heart is a beating drum, my head in oblivion, my soul such a long way from my lips, my lungs, my native tongue.
It's such a powerful concept, and like I said, I love how this thread kind of runs through the album, and it's something you kind of touched on, but like Joy Inconceivable and We're Gonna Be All Right, you know, they definitely touch on this kind of hopeful theme. But like you were saying, it is like it's hard to go on social media, it's hard to turn on the TV and feel a real sense of hope just because of, you know, political vitriol and just things going on in the world. As an artist and as a, you know, person of faith, do you kind of feel any sort of like obligation to project hope with songs like particularly those two to listeners who might be struggling with, can we be hopeful right now?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about as a person of faith, you know, I think we all have things that we believe, whether it's belief that some form of political power will help us, or a new law, or enacting some form of social justice. You know, I think we're all here. We're all getting up in the morning. There's something we're putting our hope in, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think for me, again, I'm writing from broken places. I'm writing from questions rather than answers. And many times I began the song in a really dark spot, saying, well, I don't trust Washington. I don't even trust local government. You know, like my own mayor, I'm like, oh, I thought she said this, and oh no. So I mean, and then I think even inward, I'm like, I don't know that I trust myself half the time. You know, there's if our currency as a community is built on trust, that trust is very easily eroded. And so for me as a songwriter, I'm looking for, well, what's worth singing about? What's something I'm going to want to sing again night after night? And in that wrestle sometimes is where these songs come from. Joy Invincible is a good example. It's that one takes place in a hospital waiting room, and I don't know how many people out there have spent much time there, but that's where, for me, the real life and death questions come to the surface, and you really begin to question your belief in anything. What is the meaning of life? And joy in that moment for me was no longer just a result of the situation I'm in. It was a choice, and that's kind of what that song's about.
That was Jon Foreman. Make sure to check out Switchfoot's new album, Native Tongue. It's out now.
I don't break hearts, I don't do funny business. I just ride cars and watch them get hung up in it. I don't break hearts, I don't do funny business. I just ride in cars and watch them get hung up in it.
You're listening to Alice Merton. The song is Funny Business, which is the Twitter bio of this podcast. Okay, it's time for your feedback. Last week, we decided to get, timely and wanted to check in with you guys. It was a few weeks after the New Year started. We wanted to see how your New Year's resolutions were going. So that was the question of the week. You guys hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast, and you told us on the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com as well. Here's some of your feedback about how your New Year's resolutions are going.
We have an update from Carter Lloyd. You guys may remember this.
Oh, yeah.
He was the one, I believe his initial tweet was, "I'm going to get the girl!" ! Which put up a lot of red flags.
Yeah. I was concerned, to be fair. Yeah.
We talked about it for a while. Yeah. There were some concerns.
Carter has sent in an update. Carter says, "I asked if I could take her out to dinner sometime, and she said, possibly," which isn't a no.
Yeah,
baby steps. You're right,
Carter. Work it, man. I'm right there with you. You gotta take all the little slivers of the positive.
No. Here's how, Carter. I'm going to read between the lines for you.
No, I'm the angel on your shoulder, my friend, and I'm the one saying.
Because what she's saying is, it would be a lot of fun to get a group of friends to go out together for dinner.
yeah.
This is possibly is a friend zone situation, Carter.
Possibly is. I don't know how to say no in this context right now.
Well, here's what he didn't do. My guess is what he didn't do is he didn't say, "Can I take you to dinner on Thursday?" Because then she gets to say a proper yes or no. He said, "Can I take you to dinner?" And she's like, "Well, possibly. I mean, I do eat dinner every night, but also I have plans, but also I don't like you, but also, so there's just a lot of things we don't know here.
It's give me the facial expression when she said possibly. Was there a twinkle in her eye, a little half smile, or was it like
theater of the mind?
Was it like mundane, like flat, like possibly, like?
Okay, it was
quit
like
asking me, dude.
I think it was like this.
Yeah. We need inflection. If
possibly
everything.
Sorry.
Everything.
Jesse, can you say it again? Was it in person that they had this conversation? Did he say?
Okay, so you be Carter, I be this.
What's her name? Sharon. I don't know.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Hey, he's taking out an older woman. I respect it.
Sharon, like
Glinda. It's Glinda.
Beatrice. Beatrice, do you think we could ever go to dinner? Or do you think we could go to dinner sometime?
Possibly.
Wait, now answer if you're interested, Jesse.
Okay.
Beatrice.
Hey, Beatrice, do you think we could go to dinner sometime?
Possibly.
That's way different.
That was weird.
Sultry. You said interested.
You said interested.
Beatrice, do you think we could go to dinner sometime?
Possibly. She's playing mind games at this point with Carter. Lean in.
Hey, Beatrice, I like you a lot. Do you think we could go to dinner sometime?
Possibly.
Man, y'all, wow.
Everything, it really is all about her facial expression.
It
when
really
she said
is.
It,
100%.
If there was a text thing,
what if it was over the phone?
I mean, the suggestion is go back with an actual ask. Go back with an actual ask and give her a chance. Because she can't say possibly to dinner on Thursday.
Right. Hey, I got tickets to this, or hey, I got reservations here.
100%.
Would you like to join me?
100%.
And then she says,
she will actually say,
hey, and then she says, you know what? That sounds great. I can't on Thursday, but let's do it another time. Or then boom.
Yeah.
You're
That's
in.
why I always think a first date,
Friday?
tickets to an event on a first date is very tricky because if she wants to, you can't reschedule because you've got tickets. And so tickets for an event feels like for me, feels like a good third or fourth date. A first date ticket for an event is so pressury. For you, not for her. She can just say no.
Well, and too, she could say yes because she wants to see the show, and it's not because she likes you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I got front row tickets to Beyonce.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll go watch that with my worst enemy.
Listen, I'd be willing to take you out to
Possibly.
a showing of Black Panther from February 1st to February 7th. Are you in?
You pick the night, I'll get the tickets.
At a participating AMC. That's where.
We're going to have to
very
drive to
expensive.
Huntsville, but it's going to be great.
I just had a fantastic idea, by the way, guys. I think at first my mind is like,
This
okay,
is
I
gonna
need
be
to
a
get
bad
Carter
idea.
Lloyd in to be the listener of the week, and I will be him, and he will be the girl, and he can let us know what the possibility was. Then I'm like, we just need to get Carter and the woman he's pursuing both on, and we need to see if there's a love
Jesse,
connection here.
We got a live show on Tuesday.
This is gonna happen.
No
this
safety
is
net.
going to happen.
If he wants it, because we might have to give him some harsh truths.
I mean, but
Right.
think about her. If she's never heard of this podcast or anything, then
matter.
all of a sudden,
that'd be super awkward.
he's like,
I
hey,
don't
you
care.
want to come on
Chandler.
this thing?
Chandler's
care.
been so quiet today, except that would be super awkward.
This
Is like
I'm gonna
Scott's
put you on
Tots level. Yeah.
Glenda, listen, I'm
Awkwardness.
going to put you on with our producer, Chandler. He'll be talking to you the next 10 minutes while we warm up with Carter. He's a nice guy. You guys talk about whatever. You know.
Right.
Just make her comfortable, Chandler. It's going to
Poor
get
thing.
weird. Yeah. Oh, look at George here. God, who trying to impress George? My New Year's resolution was to read one book a month, along with the 21-day Netflix fast.
One book a month?
So far in January, I've read 5 books. I don't think I've read this as much as high school or ministry. So good for you, George. We're all really happy for you.
That's a lot of free time.
Pretty sure it's Jorge. I'm pretty sure it's Jorge. I want to be sensitive to the spelling. It makes
you know, Jesse's going to say
either way.
possibly.
Either way. Yeah, possibly.
So, Jesse, you saw the name Jorge, and you said George.
I had a roommate in college who was named George, and that's how he spelled his name. I had a roommate in college named George, and that's how he spelled his name.
All right.
It could go either
I
way.
can get him on the podcast if you want. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I literally, he spelled his name
This
like
is a
that and he went by
Schrodinger's cat
George.
situation. I think it's both George and Jorge until we know better.
Right.
Thank you.
Regardless,
I had a
the
roommate.
reading is a very impressive read. That's a lot of books.
5 books
so
in
far.
January. That's super impressive.
Yeah, wow, you're so great.
I saw this tweet last night that got me so tickled because the girl said, she was like, all my friends are saying that they're burnt out and they don't have any time, but also all my friends watched 2 Netflix documentaries that were exactly the same. I was like, that's it. We have the time. So once George/Jorge took out Netflix, he had time again to read books.
I'm sympathetic to Kiki, who said her resolution was to put more effort into how she looks. Bad habit of throwing her hair up in a bun and LOL, what's makeup? And that's her resolution. If that's what she wants to do, it sounds fine. But 2 days after starting this, my toddler head butted me in the face, busted my lip, and apparently killed a tooth. What does that mean?
Gosh.
Dead tooth.
The dead
They
tooth
took a
thing.
tooth out
Like
with-
your tooth goes black.
Oh,
Like
that's awful.
Oh,
Like the nerve was
man.
cut and it like dies, but it doesn't fall out.
Does that mean you have to go like the dentist has to take one out and you get
pretty much. She's gonna have to get
false
it
tooth?
taken out and an implant put in.
Kiki.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that, Kiki.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Did y'all
that's a
see
rough day.
that Bree said, my New Year's resolution was to lose weight, and I just found out I'm pregnant. I'll try again in 2020.
Hey, congrats, Bree.
Congratulations, Bree,
Bree.
and you are going to get bigger all year. Congratulations. There's a person
God.
in you. It's going to be fine.
But God.
Yeah.
But God.
All right. Well, there's a lot more where that came from. Apparently, you guys are doing pretty good with your New Year's resolutions. We're proud
Yeah,
of
we
you.
had a lot of flexes this time around. I felt like a lot of people were
so
telling
far,
us.
so
Yeah,
good.
there's a guy that like ice climbed and read
Yeah.
5 books. Okay.
We're gonna have to
All
come
right,
back
all
in
right,
June.
we see you,
if things
everybody.
are still see where we're at in June.
Okay, it's time for this week's.
Editorial question of the week. Hey.
All right. Well, it's officially February. There's a few things. You know, it's Black History Month. It's Oscar season. It's also the season of love with Valentine's Day coming up in 2 weeks. Got us thinking, we want to know your most awful Valentine's date stories. Just bad memories. We just want to open the wounds. Just
bad
open the
memories.
wounds of your most
Name names.
memorable bad
Air it out.
Valentine's.
Name names, share their
Bring 'em
Instagram,
on.
Twitter handles.
Tag them in the tweets.
Okay, I don't have a bad Valentine's because Valentine's has been kind to me, but I have a really great bad date story. Can we tell those stories
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy picks me up. Every indication is this is a date, calls and asks me if he can take me to dinner, picks me up at my house, suggests a restaurant that I had eaten lunch at. And so I just casually said, I mean, I did eat lunch there. He's like, okay, well, let's pick another one. So we get on Yelp and we're like picking another one and we end up at Chipotle. Right. And I'm kind of like, okay,
For
Chipotle. that's-
Valentine's dinner?
No. It was just
Oh,
our
just
date. It was just a
This
date.
is just a date. This is just
We
a
end up
date.
at Chipotle and it's fine. And I'm fine with it. And we get to the end and you know, where you pay and he's turning to ask me something. And I'm thinking like he's going to ask about guac or queso or something. And he turns and says to me, hey, I'm like 80 cents short. Can I borrow $1? But did not pay for mine. And I was like,
Oh, what?
Wait.
So he borrowed $1 to pay for his meal, and then you're
$1,
okay.
and then I paid for my own Chipotle.
How was the rest of your day?
And then he asked me out again, and I said no.
Oh man!
I mean, can y'all imagine?
One strike.
Because my face, I just was like ready to answer about guacamole, and he's like, "Hey, I'm like 80 cents short. Can I borrow $1?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
And listen, I'm gonna need some gas money too, because I did pick you up.
I did pick you up, Annie. I mean, so that probably wins. That's not the worst in the world. I bet we'll get some really worse ones, but for me, it was pretty brutal.
My worst.
And you're sure this was a romantic situation, like that this was.
I mean, he asked me out again, and he opened my door. I think he just didn't do dating well, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't for sure. There was not a pre-DTR. He did not say, "Hey, I would like to date you. Can I take you to dinner tomorrow?" But he did call and ask for dinner. So all the stats were there to me. That was one of the problem. But also, Huck, he lives in Nashville. So let's talk about Nashville guys for a minute. There may be some times when the friend line and the date line is a little bit blurred sometimes. And so I give him grace that there may have been some blur.
Is that a Nashville thing or is that a Christian thing?
That's a Christian thing.
I think that's a Christian
I think
thing.
it's a
Everywhere
Christian thing.
I've been,
I've just only dated
in the part of the Christian community, that's been a common criticism of men, of Christian men.
And I really like men, as you know. I like the three of y'all very much. I really like, and you too, Chandler. I really like men, but this one
I like
was
men and Chandler.
Well, I just mean I can see y'all. I can't see Chandler. I just want to make sure Chandler included
boys like Chandler.
That's not what I meant. But yeah, so a Christian thing. So Huck, he did all the things. I mean, he did all the signs of I'm calling. I'd like to take you dinner in 2 days. I will pick you up. He opened the door. He had a restaurant plan. I think I just maybe got in his head when I jacked up his restaurant plan by having eaten there at lunch.
What was plan A?
P.F. Chang's.
Oh my god!
Well, P.F. Chang's is a date location better than Chipotle.
It's not like
It
Payway.
makes more
it's not like
sense.
Payway.
Yeah.
P.F. Chang's to Chipotle is not a lateral move.
Makes more sense.
No,
It was not.
And that's a fancy lunch, Annie F. Downs. You go to P.F. Chang's for lunch? It's a 2-hour lunch.
I had.
If you have someone
lunch.
with a
I'd had
button-down shirt
business
serving
lunch.
you, that's too fancy for lunch, in my opinion.
Have you ever had a business lunch, Jesse? Maybe she was meeting her agent or something. I mean, like,
Were you meet an agent?
Yeah. It was like I had a meeting. It was like a business lunch.
Okay. All right.
maybe he had a gift card for P.F. Chang's.
There you go.
What if he had a gift card? I've literally never thought about that, Cameron. It was years ago. I've never thought about it. Oh my gosh, what if he had a gift card to P.F. Chang's?
Let's get him on the podcast and figure it out. We're calling him on Friday. We're just
Call
going
up
to get them all
Let's
in.
get him and Carter and all these sad sacks on, and let's have a heart-to-heart here. Carter, are we interrupting you? We record, we're calling you around noon. Let me guess, you're out there blowing money at P.F. Chang's or Olive Garden or something.
Hey, thanks to Jon Foreman for joining us. Go check out Switchfoot's new album. It's called Native Tongue. It's out now. If you're driving around East Nashville, it's the one up on the billboard. You can also follow him at Jon Foreman on Twitter. And that's all that's in my notes. So we are advocating that people follow Jon Foreman and not Switchfoot. That's what we're advocating.
Wow.
Right now.
I mean, people can make their own decision.
Who wrote that bio? Was that Jon Foreman's bio?
He sent that to me personally.
What's your call to action?
He said, mention the billboard and tell them to follow me, not those other guys.
Hey, if you like the podcast, head over to iTunes and rate it and review it. We appreciate the feedback, and it helps other people find the show. Jesse, you keep your eye on the scuttlebutt and the buzz. What are people saying?
Okay, I got a bone to pick with Batman 07. This jerk put 4 stars.
Me too. That's all I know about him.
4 stars?
He put 4 stars. Your move, Carrie.
Wow.
Ban. We're banning
He
your
said
IP.
your move, Carrie?
Yeah. You're banning your
that's
IP.
funny.
No more of those shenanigans.
So the review was 4 stars, and then your move, Carrie, was the headline of it?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. But what did
that's
the
hilarious.
actual review say?
That was it. He
That's the full
wanted to
review.
deny us of the 5th star just to mess with us. It's it
Wow.
was
Now here we are gratifying. We're just scratching.
I know, but here's the thing, guys. I ended up going on his other podcast reviews, and it looks like he's dealing with a serious medical issue. So I'm setting up a GoFundMe. Just kidding, Batman. Pay your own medical bills. Don't mess with me. This ain't Obamacare. Here's a 5-star. Here's a 5-star.
Oh, man.
5-star.
All right.
You want free healthcare? Call AOC. Maybe she can help you. Okay, hold on. Let me read a 5-star. Let me read a 5-star. This is how it's done, people.
There's a 5-star? Okay,
They do exist.
It's the best. That is all. Great pod. 5-star. I can't tell you the number of times I switched on the Relevant podcast expecting something and getting my mind blown. Completely blown by something else they're talking about. Thank you for the years of laughing, awkward games, and seriously timely content. That's how it's done. Not like Batman.
Who said that?
That's Jeff Roque. Jeff Roque wrote
Thanks,
that.
Jeff. I like the cut of your jib there, Jeff.
If he has any medical issues, let us know.
Hey, y'all.
We'd love to pay them off.
The new era of the Relevant Podcast starts next week. Tune in on Tuesday morning. Follow us on Twitter at Relevant Podcast. We'll give you all the details and send you the links and all that. We will be live streaming on Facebook and other platforms, and the entire show will go up onto the Relevant YouTube channel, as well as highlights and clips from the show. If you're an audio person only, your Tuesday and Friday schedule will not be interrupted. You'll still get it, but the Tuesday show from now on will be unedited. So the live feed is what goes out there. So it might be a little
lots of interspecies friendships, lots of videos,
kind of like this cast.
Bears and pigs, bears and pigs.
You will be shocked, and your heart will be a little warmed.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, on that note, we will wrap things up. It's the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Chandler Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Tyler Huckabee.
And I'm Annie F. Downs.
We'll see you on Tuesday live.
Oh, I was reckless, once was breathless, running from the day I snapped. But I've got a feeling and keep believing I'm never gonna give this back.
Thank you for listening to the Relevant Podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to leave us a review on iTunes. Check out other shows from the Relevant Podcast Network in the podcast section at relevantmagazine.com. And while you're there, browse exclusive podcast merchandise at our online store. Make sure to subscribe to Relevant Magazine. Info is available at relevantmagazine.com/subscribe.
Possibly.
Relevant Podcast Network.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.